Cian Ciorla, and I suppose it's just in general about the planning guidelines and just issues that have, that I feel others have brought up here. I'd say in the last year alone in Carlow, the amount of young people that have come to me asking about the beautiful new timber cabin homes, because they can't get a mortgage, they are now looking at these lovely new cabins, as we call them, and some of them have lovely sites that they should be able to get planning. Some of it would have been called, I remember years ago, if you put a house on planning, it would have been called a backyard development. So some of the people that would come to me would have been, say, maybe their parents is on a full acre and a half, and there would be loads of room to put a cabin on it. And I just find it very unfair that the amount of young people coming to me now to try and get a home of their own, to have these cabins for a few years, and the planning guidelines are not there to help them. And I really feel, Minister, that this is the way forward. I understand we can't have timber cabins everywhere, but I mean, we have to have some leniency. And you know what is missing here? Common sense. You're going into planners and you're saying to them, look, this is young people trying to get on their feet, trying to not go in and pay huge rent because they can't save for a mortgage, and yet when you go about the planning guidelines, they just don't suit. And I'll just even give you another incident, and I just can't understand this, Minister. I had a lovely couple that would have got a local authority house there a few years ago, and they have 4 beautiful children, and there was themselves, so they looked to get an extension or a 4-bed house. So the county council said, fair enough, we don't. So a family member then gave them a site, and they went and they got their mortgage, and they were approved for their mortgage, and now the council won't look at them to build a house. Now, Minister, it doesn't matter what guidelines we bring in. If we're not working with the people that need these plannings, it just isn't going to add up. And I just feel from working with the families that they really are feeling let down. Now look, I know there is a lot of good guidelines in this, there's no question about that, but I just feel within local authorities there has to be common sense. And it's the same with the guidelines when families have farms maybe and they have 3 or 4 children, and then the guidelines are one might get it, then you might have another family member coming to get it, they're not getting them. Minister, we have to have the proper guidelines now with this, that if families are looking for it, they should be entitled to it. And I understand we have to be very, we have to have proper guidelines, we have to have it done by the book, that's not the problem. But sometimes it's over-regulated, and if it is, it becomes an issue. So I'm just wondering, on these type of guidelines, is there going to be any leniency on it? And it just doesn't add up. And even, I'll just give you another example, which is similar, but it's very near to it. I have a lot of people looking for extensions. Again, you have to go for planning. And now the council and the department are coming back and telling me that unless you get a building price for under 70,000 for a bedroom and a bathroom, which the grant is only 30,000, the department will not build it for them. So we are now getting to a stage where we have people that need extra rooms, a bedroom and a bathroom, but because they can't get it built for under 70,000 with the guidelines, it means they're not going to get them. And then the council are trying to go and buy them one. Minister, there's lots, I could go on and on with the issues that I face every day. But what I would say is, look, we have to have common sense. We have to have regulations. We have to do it by the book. But there is things that are happening that I feel are letting down the younger people and the older people that are coming into my office. Thank you.